Hello buddy, Sam here, engineer, MBA, and investor. And in today's video, I want to take a look at this video that I just found on basically a video from Legacy Media publishing material about CRISPR. There's this person here that goes about CRISPR, talks about how dangerous CRISPR can be. And I want to take a look at this video for a couple of reasons, right? First of all, I want to bring up why it's important to always recognize that whenever you have a technology that moves from the underground where there's only the enthusiasts and only the people that are really involved in this space, like researchers, investors, whenever it goes from that side of the business all the way to mainstream, you have all this FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt, acronym for FUD. You have all this FUD on a technology. In this case, it's CRISPR. I just want to remind viewers that in the early part of the 20th century, so over 100 years ago, there were like cartoons talking about how dangerous electricity could be, right? That's not like 500 years ago, right? That's just over 100 years ago. We were having individuals, draw up these cartoons saying how electricity would be the end of humanity, right? Basically, if humans walking down the streets and dying due to electricity, wires, lines, and so on. Instead, you had, the greatest revolution since then. And electricity, I think most of you would agree at this point, that has allowed us to live the lives we're trying to live right now, right? With computers, with technologies that we're living with, and so on. Just imagine your life without like a form of electricity, right? It's just crazy that at that time there was that type of belief by legacy media. And it's the same concept today, right? You have legacy media sort of publishing material just to get eyeballs and clickbaits because their incentives are not aligned with the general public, right? All they want is your clicks, your attention, and they basically want to double down on conspiracy theories and have more and more individuals spread their stories, right? And again, in this video, I'm not even gonna, try to find out who this person is. I'm not going to try to find out what this legacy media publish website is and what they do. I just want to go over their video and sort of show you guys an example of why it's so important to follow these types of videos in our channel, for example, where you can sort of stay up to date with the news instead of being bombarded with propaganda and information that makes no sense, right? So let's play this video and let's see what we can learn from it.
What is clearly happening. I got deplatformed early on and made a lot of fun of by big tech companies because I quoted Moderna's website saying just what you heard Borla saying, which is the beauty of these vaccines is that they can be updated continually by only a minor change. And that is literally what I quoted on the Moderna website as their appeal to investors, that unlike traditional vaccines, you get one injection, that's it, you're immune. These can have software upgrades, and they literally use that language as a metaphor. So I always knew, and I warned people, that this was a physiological platform, essentially, for updates that they were planning to come all the time. And that's exactly what he's rolling out. And I just want to tell you, I started to talk about this the last time I was on the show. The lipid nanoparticle platform that is used in mRNA vaccines also provides a basis for CRISPR gene editing. And that is very concerning because what it means is that the lipid nanoparticles that are designed to go throughout our bodies. I'm looking right now at an Atria, it's Avanti lipids. And it says fatty acid distribution. This stuff is designed, it says brain, heart, liver, designed to go throughout our bodies, right? That is also the basis, and this is an article called CRISPR Cas9 genome editing using targeted lipo nanoparticles for cancer therapy, and this is November of 2021 in Science Advances, and they point out that the same lipid nanoparticles can be sent throughout the body or targeted as a basis for CRISPR gene editing. And this is very new. They're very excited about it, but CRISPR gene editing is the baby of Bill Gates. He wants it. He wants to roll it out. It's his favorite technology, and it basically creates a platform.
Yeah, so like this is what I'm talking about, right? Legacy media publishing information that is a form of propaganda and the form where it's misleading. First of all, there's a couple of points there in that video alone. I mean, that person went from talking about mRNA vaccines all the way to CRISPR being the baby of Bill Gates in terms of technology, right? It's such a crazy argument to make. I mean, in a 2 minutes video clip, like you wouldn't even think you could make that association within 2 minutes, but clearly this person did. So that's the first thing. So second thing, I mean, I don't even understand what the software upgrades with the body. Like, I understand where this argument is leading, but, talking about CRISPR and putting it in conspiracy theories just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, she's talking about how, I mean, first of all, she's moving her hands like more than the number of words she used, right? She moved her hands so many times in this. I don't even know if she knows what she's trying to explain, right? And that actually says like something like heart, brain. I don't even know what she was even trying to say, but assuming that she was trying to make a point there, she's basically talking about how CRISPR, because it's so powerful, it could be used in a way that could supplement everything that these conspiracy theorists have been talking about, where governments and communities are basically injecting data in human and then extracting that data through whatever means, right? And I guess we could be going for days here, going in circle the stupidity and the level of stupidity here in this 2 minutes video clip. But I guess what I'm trying to say here is, when you follow these types of legacy media, what happens is you get sort of sucked in these types of individuals that sound professional. They sound like people that have credentials. I mean, they could be like people with history backgrounds in this specific field, or maybe it could be ex-professors, or it could be current professors. Regardless what it is, they seem to have some sort of credential. They present themselves well. They use the right words to attract you in their line of arguments. But ultimately, if you step back and if you sort of, put away the credentials, if you just look at the material that they're talking about, when you think about it, how did this person go from, mRNA vaccines being like a tool to use for software upgrades on bodies, all the way to, lipid nanoparticles being edited out through CRISPR, all the way to, Bill Gates is dying for this technology and he wants CRISPR to flourish so that he can do, and a lot of others can basically software upgrade your bodies and have more information on your bodies. And then you have these individuals here tweeting this out and retweeting. And I mean, it's really a shame what's happening right now, social media. I think that this is what a lot of people have sort of woken up to in the recent years, is especially in the recent 3-4 years. I mean, social media can be so powerful and can be so great, especially as a learning tool, if you're following, and that's a big if you're following the right people with the right material and a diverse set of knowledge there. But then once a while you get across these types of content here that unfortunately have this many tweets and this many likes and views, and you have these individuals, thinking, trying to leverage, talking about something like CRISPR that literally is trying to, solve blood disorders right now, and we're expecting like an FDA approval by the end of this year or early part of 2023. And you have these individuals here coming online here, doctor, with credentials, being doctors, and going online and attacking a technology like CRISPR, shutting it down instead of even raising the point of what good can it bring. Instead, talking about software upgrades and basically feeding conspiracy theories, right? It is what it is. I mean, the beast of the internet. I mean, as much as you can have the great things on it, you will definitely have these types of videos, these types of content. It's unfortunate, but this is why we make these videos, right? We want to promote good information, right information for you guys for free, so that you can appreciate it. And of course, like this video, fan value, subscribe if you're not. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully next video won't be about software upgrades with CRISPR. We'll talk later. Thank you so much, guys.